for our understanding, we were in the camera industry, so we were set up in teams. We were Company C. We named our company Cyrus, which is a derivative of the sun for Latin. So we were in an industry in competition with all of our classmates, and our goal was to, with the GloBus Simulator, we would see all the manufacturing processes and how we would allocate the costs and set up prices conducive to the demand of the consumer. So it was a lot of, budgeting, I want to say, but you would put in numbers. What we did is we put in numbers, see what worked, and relate it to real life, and everything seemed to come through with that.
For me, it was I think the game was about how to see how a business, to see the big picture, how a business works, and how the different division like marketing, product design, and finance are related together. Like for example, I was able to see how if I make a small change in marketing or product design, how it can affect the finance. And for me, I think it was very good because I was able to see the big picture, and at the same time, learn about details that sometimes can be very complicated.
And then also when you did certain changes, it gave you core components of what it takes to have a corporation or a company and how to run it. And I thought that was pretty cool in the sense that you would be able to go into the product and then the marketing and then the finance aspect of it, and then also go into the stock, your shareholders, and if you want to issue shares, if you want to purchase shares. So it was a lot of stuff, but it all came together, to really get that inside scoop of what it takes to run, a very lucrative industry or a big company, corporation.
What I'm trying to do is tie in what happens in a real world with the academics that they learn. So, for example, you can teach a lecture on human resources and discuss training, but what they learn here is they're actually applying dollars to training, and the dollars they apply improves their quality, so that the lessons that they learn academically get translated into reality by having them make those decisions iteratively, week after week after week. And as they do that, they begin to understand the concepts in the text, and they're able to apply those concepts. And I think, to me, that's the real value of the game. Some of these students are ready at a junior level to sit and know what happens in a boardroom. If they sat in the boardroom and listened to discussions, a lot of them would understand what's happening, and before the class, I don't think they'd be able to do that. I teach another version of a simulator. It's put out by the same group, and I've now run 34 classes through that. And of the 34 classes, which is 120 teams, I've had 4 or 5 teams make it into the top 100, but never had a team that actually got into first place or sustained first place for a period of time. So my view is it's an incredible achievement that they've done. And the neat thing was to watch how well they worked as a team. There are many times when you have some smart individuals on a team, but they don't necessarily work together as a team. This group worked together perfectly as a team, and they worked off one another. They respected one another's skills, and each of them brought something to the game week after week after week. And it was fun to watch that first week when they realized that they were number one. I don't think they knew what it meant, but when I explained the statistics and they realized, I saw Bolivar's face and he looked up with that huge Cheshire cat smile on his face. They realized, oh my God, we actually did this. It was fun just watching their faces through this whole picture.
We would have a year. The game was 14 years. So at the end, for example, we would have class on Thursdays. The game would set off for a week, and it would get resetted. And around Sunday night, we would get an email, and it would give us our whole group product evaluation. And I know the co-authors of GloBus, they had sent us an email. They would send us an email saying, "Oh, you guys tied for such and such position. Good job on doing your, high numbers of your ROE and EPS. Congratulations." An email has been sent out to your professor, and we would text each other and we would say, "Wow, this is awesome." because when we started the game, we had no idea what was going on, and we were always very I want to say we had a very good teamwork ability where we would meet up, and everybody was always paying attention and very responsive throughout the whole process of the game. So I guess that's what helped us out a lot.
The accomplishment was incredible, actually. If you think about it, there are almost 34,000 on a worldwide basis. Statistically, there are almost 34,000 students playing the game in over 300 colleges. And these are good colleges. You're talking about you have Rutgers, you have Notre Dame, Northwestern, James Madison, a lot of fabulous colleges. And to have these students, there are about 15 teams that actually tied for first place. So if you think about it, they tied for first place, 60 students tied for first place among almost 34,000 students worldwide. The neat thing was that they were actually able to do that for 4 consecutive weeks. So it's one thing to be able to do that for 1 week if you do everything right with all of your revenue and your cash and all of your measurements, you can do it for 1 week, but to stay there for 4 consecutive weeks, I've never seen a team do that. And I've been using simulators. This is my 7th year using simulators. So we haven't had a team do that well ever in my experience.